Yeah, last time I said I got you a gift. Now, about to accuse you
Of
well, somebody on this property put a bunch of cans of Chef Boyardee ravioli in my bed the other day.
okay.
Is that good or bad?
You love Chef Boyardee ravioli.
Yes, I do.
So-
but I was going to bed. It was 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Walking back from the bar.
So you had a little snack waiting on you when you got back.
In my sheets?
Yeah.
I saw the cans in the back of your truck.
So, and you had a snack ready to go. It was ready to eat as soon as you got to your bed. You could just lay there and eat it.
It was where I sleep. It was disgusting.
It's a big bed.
God.
You can sleep.
No, this isn't how this
You
goes.
can sleep on the other side.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a few.
I'm sure you did. It was late. I know that you'd need a snack. I knew that you had a lot of drinks, and I was like, he's going to need something to snack on when he gets home.
You messed up my sheets. That stuff is thick.
You got so many
Shut
sheets,
up on
dude.
your fucking ravioli high horse. You know when people go to bed hungry?
Yeah. Without ravioli in their bed.
I can't believe I'm being attacked.
A couple of handfuls of ravioli, and then get to roll over in your
a
big
couple
old bed.
handfuls. It was like 6 cans.
Yeah, I know.
Which means
I
you're
know
set
how
for
you
several
eat.
nights.
I've watched you eat. You probably ate all of that.
Dude.
You're
you guys-
welcome.
You guys are gaslighting me right now. This is a gaslight, textbook gaslight.
Slap in the face of the gift horse.
Yeah, like I was trying to
No,
give you a gift
there is not
for
a
what you did
single
for me.
One of our listeners right now out there that would be ecstatic about coming home to ravioli in their sheets.
I bet a lot of them would be like, "What? Hell yeah!" If they were drunk as hell,
No.
got back into their bed, went to cuddle up, and a foot touched some ravioli. They're like, "What is that
No,
wet?"
that's-
Pull the sheets back. There it is.
You're painting the wrong picture.
I'm painting the correct picture.
You had a human-sized pile of ravioli on my side of the bed. There was no cuddling up. Like I couldn't. I had to put a towel down.
And what, when you were done eating it, or what?
Well, I had a few, and then
yeah.
I put a towel over the top of it, and I went to sleep. I wasn't going to wash my sheets at midnight.
You've got like 7 other beds on this property that you could have went to.
But I like my bed.
If the ravioli was such an issue, you could have went to one or the
Dude,
other.
I feel like this is a thing.
I feel like
gaslighting
you're
me
not
now.
grateful for your gift.
It's not a gift, dude. Bed
That's what I'm
ravioli,
feeling.
sheets ravioli.
Yeah, bed ravioli. I bet there's probably hundreds of people that watch this that would be like, hell yeah, bed ravioli.
Hundreds?
Hundreds.
I'm going to bet against that right now. So what are we betting? There will not be 100 comments on this episode that's in favor of bed ravioli.
I'll get you a new mattress if there's not 100 comments at least that say,
Yes.
hell yes.
I get a new
to
mattress.
bed ravioli. Yeah. Let's get those roo-roos for the bed ravioli.
No, you better be truthful.
Full throttled up, roo-roos for the bed ravioli.
No, you're not allowed.
At least one hundo, guys.
No, they're not allowed to lie.
They wouldn't lie. We know
Now
that.
you're accusing our audience of being liars?
What are all these accusations, dude? You just hate bed ravioli. You think our listeners are liars.
So if there's
is something going on in your life?
Yeah,
Are you having
you
a rough
okay,
go?
dude? I thought the ravioli might fix
Dude,
it up.
you guys have been talking to some psychologist. Some
Want to try that again? Sound it out.
the spicologist.
One more time.
Spicologist?
The psych doc. You guys made friends with the psych doc. You're doing psych things to me.
No, we're just trying to cheer you up. And
With bed ravioli?
Yeah.
No, if there is not 100 comments in favor of bed ravioli, you're getting me a new mattress.
yeah, well, there's probably going to be 200.
No, there's not.
So what do I get if there's 100? I get to give you more bed ravioli? Double down on bed ravioli if there's more than 100 comments?
No, that's not how this goes.
I think you should video you eating the bed ravioli if there's 100 comments. Sitting in bed with it dumped out into your bed, eating it with your bare hands.
That's what I have.
I think that's what you should do.
There's 100
Saying, thank you, Caleb. I love this gift. If there's 100 comments and then
They have to be truthful though.
Yeah.
You cannot just be for bed ravioli just because you want him to win. He can't win.
I can win this with truth and love.
No,
So-
because they have to vote with the fact of whether or not they would be angry or happy coming home to bed ravioli at 1
You can put a poll in these, can't you? Isn't there a way to put
you
polls
can
Directly
do a
on the
post.
video, but it can be
You do
like
a
an
post.
Instagram or a post. Yeah. On
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 YouTube.
YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can do a poll on Spotify. We're gonna we're accumulating all the votes from the 3 different platforms.
Yeah. So
Wait, what?
yeah,
You
didn't
can comment
that,
on Spotify?
You didn't
Yeah.
think this through very well.
How are the comments over there?
Mostly against you because you're fucking ungrateful.
Yeah, dude. Because they were like, man, he looks like somebody who would hate it if you gave him a
Somebody
bunch of
called
ravioli.
me. They said I look like Donut's drunk uncle.
Drunkle donut.
I don't know if that was a compliment or a
Drunkle operator. Dude.
drunkle.
That's you, dude.
I didn't know how I felt about that. He's like, JG's just looking like Donut's drunk uncle.
I could kind of, I get what they're saying because you guys both have that salt and pepper thing going on.
And we both got big shoulders.
Yeah.
Does that imply that Donut doesn't drink or that you just drink more?
I definitely drink more, probably. I don't know. Maybe it's staggered.
Yeah, it's staggered.
I mean, I set a new
You were sleeping outside this week.
twice.
Yeah,
I fell asleep on the back porch on the couch.
which is nice. That
Once.
that's like people just do that.
Then the next night, I woke up at 6:30 in the morning on the pavement.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Was it just the pavement?
No, it was up on the asphalt.
Hot asphalt
Well, I
bed?
mean, it was 6:30 in the morning.
It's probably still warm.
No, not
Oh,
at
I
night.
feel like I would have been so sweaty on that.
I mean, I was pretty warm.
Middle of the night, early mornings, and mid 70s.
That's
Yeah.
like you're hanging out with all the snakes. That's where they go at night.
No, they
to
don't.
warm up.
There's no
Yes,
snakes.
There's absolutely snakes. All the snakes and spiders all just cuddling with you at night.
I mean, I don't remember.
I was wondering what those bites were. You got a lot of bites on your back.
No, I don't.
Yeah. There's like a lot of big back holes.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so that explains that. Fire ants, spiders
I
and
didn't
snakes.
get any ants.
You don't know. You were asleep.
I was sleeping on the pavement.
Yeah, you could have been sleeping in a bed full of ravioli.
Maybe that's why I was on the pavement.
No, it wasn't.
I thought that I was going to come home to ravioli. You're messing with my drunk psyche.
Dude, yeah, you just are ungrateful is what
No,
it sounds like.
you are not. You are violating
we'll
the
see.
property rules.
We'll see what our listeners think about bed ravioli. I know they're going to be like, yes, hell yes.
No,
Yes.
no.
I even put newspaper down so that it wouldn't soak into the mattress too bad.
It did.
Well, that's because you didn't eat it fast enough.
This is not.
This isn't my fault.
This is not how this works.
It was like a newspaper plate, and you had a buffet there, and you were ungrateful. That's what I'm hearing, Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just kind of
Digging a bigger hole. A ravioli-less hole.
I am being harassed.
No,
in my own house.
you've gotten too big for your britches, and you just can't accept gifts
You're too
from
good for
normies
ravioli
anymore.
now?
Wow. I
that
got
what it
people
is?
putting ravioli in my bed, and people that listen to our show calling me drunkle operator.
Yeah, maybe I'll have to get you escargot next time, or
At least that doesn't leak through
yes,
the
it
mattress.
will. It's juicy snail. It would absolutely leak and be way stinkier.
Oh, that would be
How
stinky.
dare our audience think highly enough of you to give you a nickname,
Yeah,
a term of endearment, and
Yeah.
you're just shitting on them?
and you're like, fuck you.
I don't like this.
Look, all
I don't
you
like
guys.
this. What's going on? You guys
Yeah.
met somebody. You guys met somebody, and you're doing a
Yeah,
plan.
we met the real you. That's what we met.
Well, oh my god! Have you ever met an air marshal?
No, I don't think you're supposed to. I think that's the rule.
No, I mean they say they're there.
Yeah.
I've seen that like their shooting qualification is supposed to be super hard.
Yeah.
Like I've seen a bunch of videos about
Well,
that.
Well, yeah, you got to
because
shoot
you
on a plane.
You gotta have frangible animal, but I don't think they're real. Dude, look it up. See if an air marshal has like ever stopped anything.
I can't.
You know
'cause your
they
internet
probably
here
would
is
hide
terrible.
that if they could.
What?
Your internet here is just terrible. I can't look anything up.
Can you look up? Can you connect to mine?
I don't know your password.
It's. I'll just text it to you.
He'll text you.
Yeah.
Oh, people! What
Yeah,
do you think?
you
People are
should be
going to take
getting-
helicopters to hover over
They
our house
might.
to use your internet?
They might, dude. I
Like-
don't know. People that come here every now and
I'm
then
going
might
to get
use
the internet upgraded here. I'm going to make the password 1 through 6 because I'm tired of
Well, that
like
makes
actually
sense.
having a password on the internet that nobody uses but us.
Yeah, true.
I'm just saying. I've never heard of no air marshal stopping nothing.
They have to be real. The government says they are.
Yeah, it has to be real if the government says so.
No, don't do that.
Yeah, that passed.
Government says a lot. Government says a lot of things.
Yeah,
dude.
they do, and they cover up a lot of things. Too.
Yeah, they do.
They probably just cover up any incident an air marshal has had to do.
Oh no!
He tried to save someone, accidentally blasted out a window. Everybody got sucked out.
They would probably want to elevate if an air marshal, because then it shows that something that they're spending money on is working.
Yeah,
but I've never seen one.
I'm kind of with you on this one because I've seen. There's like, they're out of all these incidents of people being unruly on planes, there's never an air marshal that steps in.
Yeah.
But then the counter argument to that is, the air marshal wouldn't step in because they only step in during acts of terrorism.
Yeah.
And if they stepped in for something lesser, then they could be just stopping the diversion. And
yeah.
There's always a convenient excuse to why they don't step in.
Or maybe he's not. Hot salt. You love it. We love it. Put it on anything.
Oh, I love being able to make anything that I make spicy without changing the taste.
Yes, it's delicious, and I enjoy it on basically every food I eat. And right now, if you buy until Veterans Day, you do what?
Well, first off, you got to use the code MILK.
Of course.
Maybe you might not remember that, so it's MILK.
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 Use code MILK.
And a percentage of those purchases go to Hunter 7 Foundation.
10%. 10% goes to Hunter 7. Yeah.
And that means that you are helping Iraq and Afghanistan war veterans get screened for cancer early on to make sure that we can catch it as fast as we can and get them healthy.
So good stuff. Help some veterans. Spice up your food. Spice up your life, the Spice Girls would say. And, get some hot salt.
And roll on over to firecracker.farm. And again, use code MILK. Maybe there's none?
Yeah. It's one of those things.
Maybe they just tell you. It's kind of like the boogeyman and stuff like that. It's like,
get you to act right. There's a man in here who's really good with guns.
Yeah, you better watch out.
He's got guns.
Air Marshal on this flight, and nobody knows who it is.
He's an expert marksman, master marksman. He could shoot a whole clip on this plane, and he ain't sending nobody out the window.
Clip?
Yeah, he's got a Uzi.
You just called it. I hope they roast the fuck out of you. You just called a magazine a clip. You might as well work for CNN at this point. FakeNews.com over here.
No, he's got a clip in his, dude. He's got that thing. He's got that thing on him, dude.
It's a special TSA attachment.
It's special TSA attachment.
Clip.
I mean, it would make sense because the air marshals are part of the TSA and they're mostly for theater.
Yeah.
True.
I mean, I'll tell you straight up. The most.
Can you tell me gay instead?
No. I mean, I could.
Don't do it. You're gonna get horny in the crowd.
Come on, there's like 2 days left in June. Just do it.
Yeah. No, I'm not jumping on that fucking bandwagon. But in the most efficient airport experience I've ever had was in Frankfurt, Germany, and how they do it is they have like split up like 5 to 6 gates per security checkpoint. So you go through the airport, and then when you get to your gate portion,
it's another one.
No. It's just there's one security checkpoint with the metal detector and everything and the X-ray for only 5 gates. So there's nobody there.
Yeah.
Because you're just serving 5. You're not saying, oh, we're going to consolidate all this and do it all right here, and then you could go out to your gate.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no. There's 2, German TSA people per thing, and then there's only a line of about 5 people at any given time because you're just serving
going
5
to your
gates.
gate. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, smart. Yeah. Only one plane maybe taken off from that gate this hour, and then one at 12 and 1 and 2
instead of
and 3.
1,000 people trying to get in the main door.
It was the freaking most efficient thing, and they also their machines are like brand new, state of the art technology. You don't have to take anything off.
Yeah.
You just do the pose. It does a cool like 360, like
yeah.
And then they're like, "You're good."
Yeah.
And we don't get that stuff because our government has such stupid contracting rules that we're probably using equipment that's 20 years old because they've got the bid and they got the contract for the next 50 years because we gave it to them. Yeah. And it's like, So, but we can upgrade things that make it to where you don't have to take anything out of your bag. Oh, no, we can't do that.
I've got felt up the last 4 times I've went anywhere. Like, and I'm just wearing
I
like
think that's
shorts.
a regulation issue. I think that's just a you being attractive issue.
Well, thank you, Dave. Yeah, damn. Hell yeah.
Like, you're just
I'm just wearing.
everywhere
it's
you
not
go,
a belt.
like you smell good, and you just you come up on this TSA agent that's probably pretty lonely because who the fuck dates them? And they're like, you know what? If I can't receive hugs, I'm at least going to get
I'm
them.
going to touch one. I got hit on by 2 like 90-year-old women at the new brunch place yesterday.
I mean,
that's pretty
if
cool.
you're 90, why do you even care?
Yeah,
just throw it out there.
Slang it out, dude.
Honestly, did you consider it?
No.
Really?
I mean, I was like nice back, but it was funny. They were sitting at the bar waiting to be seated, and I went up and was getting a mimosa. And I had the menu, and I was just like leaned up against it, and I know they like kept like looking at me and talking about me, and then I had the menu, and like one was kind of trying to like peek at the menu, and she said, "Oh, that looks good," and I was like I turned like to give it to her, and the other one went, "Oh, she said you look really good," and I was like, "Oh, thanks."
Oh, dude, they're trolling each other.
Yeah, they were picking on each other, and I was like, "Oh, thanks," and then she was like cracking up.
Both of you home?
You guys want to go back to my truck really quick?
I'll fucking break.
It's 100
both
degrees
hips.
in there. I'm gonna wreck both of you, dude.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna die right now.
Heat stroke and broken bones.
Yeah, I'm shattering your shit, dude.
Yeah, because of pelvis, dude, that bleeds.
Oh yeah, it's dust in there when I'm done with these 2 old ladies.
Not if it's already titanium.
Yeah, true. They may have already had that state of the art shit built, dude.
Yeah.
I could full steam ahead.
I don't think they could take that, dude. That's
They
an
couldn't.
old body.
They couldn't, dude. Stuff's gonna be ripping. just their body, you know how like when you get really old and your skin gets papery, like
Yeah.
What do you
if
think?
you look at someone too hard, they start bleeding.
yeah.
Do you think you find old women attractive when you're old?
Maybe
Maybe
because
yeah.
I definitely don't find younger, like way younger people
you know what?
attractive
True.
anymore. Like younger 20s even. Like,
Yeah, I'm just like
it's
no.
just like
It looks like a kid.
Yeah, you're like yuck.
you look like a kid and a fucking terrible conversation.
True, yeah. So I guess probably as like your brain develops and you get older too, you're like, this is what I'm attracted to. Because I'm like, oh, like maybe like they look decent to you, but you're like also attracted to that brain. Like you're like, because a lot of times you don't want to talk to a younger person. It's because you're like, I bet they're stupid as hell. Or like, there's no way we're going to be able to talk or anything. Like I'm just here for the whole, and then I got to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get
I'm
that.
just here for the hoe.
Yeah, I get that.
And it's not going to be good either.
Like I think there's going to be a lower limit. Like I think like mid 30s is always going to be like an attractive bracket, no matter how old you get.
Sure, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's like prime.
But then you'll grow into
the older.
higher and higher.
I think
brackets.
you'd be 70 and you look at 50-year-olds like,
You're like,
damn, dude.
Look at that spring chicken.
Yeah.
You're fine. Your skin's still tight.
Yeah, that shit ain't gonna
Your
rip.
401k
man.
is still growing, baby.
Yeah.
Did you know, especially when old men get like
You probably
That-
garden.
that old that yeah, hell yeah. You probably are still able to garden.
Yeah, those knees
Yeah.
don't hurt at all.
Oh,
Dude,
you got
imagine-
those little claws.
Raking in the
Yeah, just
garden.
raking, like,
Do it to my balls.
what are you doing? What are you doing today? Oh, I was gonna plant some flowers.
You can bend over? Holy shit, dude.
I'm also useless. Take care of me.
I got something you can plant.
What do you think we'll be like when we're old? Just still
Dead.
here doing circles?
Probably like 100 and some, actually.
Yeah.
With all these new
Do
technologies
robot
and things
bees
going
and
on.
stuff like that.
Dude, yeah. I want robot body parts later on. Yeah. Robo legs and
We'll
arms.
have to get you an elevator so you don't have to walk up the stairs.
Not if I have robot body parts.
Oh, yeah, that's
I'm
right.
going to be jumping. I'm going to, yeah.
You keep fucking up your
Ah, damn. Right then.
to wear a helmet.
Ah, my hydraulic legs were too powerful. Hey, here's a question for you. I'm not sure if I've asked this before, but if you were able to just be like a really hot girl for a day, would you let your friends smash?
I think you have to.
You have to, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're ultra hot.
I mean, I'm gonna close my eyes.
Sure. But like, and say that you like you don't feel that way about it because you're a girl. You've got girl brain.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and you're like, I know these are my friends. I love them.
But also, you know them so well.
But then you're a girl, and you're like, these people are cool. I'm gonna
Wait. Is this how we get tricked into being gay?
No. But if you were a girl for a day and you were smoking hot and like you looked at your close friends, like you've been with them for years, like you're gonna be like, hell yeah, I'm gonna treat my friends to this.
Walking out naked, get to the pool.
Oh yeah, I'm doing it. I'm letting them like I'm just like, all right, you're next, dude. Let's go.
I'll be like, bring lube so nobody gets hurt.
Yeah, come on.
We need to see how much we can get done.
I'm totally like I'm gonna be the one that they think about forever. That's what it's gonna be. That's what it's gonna be, dude.
I can't commit to another marriage.
Yeah.
I keep thinking about that one day that Caleb was a girl.
Kablina.
I
keep thinking about Kablina.
Yeah, like they don't know it's you. Like you, they don't know it's
but
you.
Do you?
You know, but it's different because you're girl brain, and then the next day it's like all like you don't feel any way about it. So it's like you're like, hell yeah, I was a smoking hot girl and I rocked all my friends' worlds and they're never gonna forget it.
And then all of a sudden she just disappeared.
And she just vanishes.
We have no clue where she's
gone.
From. Like but we couldn't find Jared, but there was just this hot girl.
Smoke show here, and she was sucking the hell out of all of us, dude. Like she was
so good at
doing
it too.
Crazy stuff. Yeah, like you're awesome at everything. You're just bouncing on it, and like you just you fucked our life up forever because it was so awesome.
Yeah. Oh, I mean that's part of the goal too, because you're trolling them.
Yeah, you're kind of trolling them.
Dude, you're gonna be.
I'm gonna think of it, and you're just like
forever.
Yeah.
I mean, you could also say some goofy shit.
Oh
too.
yeah, you're gonna be saying silly shit, dude. Like you're gonna be with them and then they're gonna be giggling while you're making them nut. Yeah. It's gonna be a good time.
I mean, this is very similar to when I posed over 10 years ago. Human dog.
What?
Human dog.
Human dog.
You've never heard of human dog?
No, it's a dog.
Well,
a human dog.
It was science that I was developing, where you could turn your dog into a smoking hot girl.
Oh.
And then you can turn her back whenever you want. But the smoking hot girl still had dog brains.
No way. No way.
So if you had a golden retriever, she would be smoking hot, just like
smoking hot blonde, just dumb as hell.
I mean,
like, can they talk and stuff?
I mean, they're not that dumb. They're trainable and food motivated.
They are dog brains.
So like, I don't think I'd want to do that.
No,
because that's gonna be.
It's your dog.
I ain't gonna want to do that.
Yeah, like, and what if you're in the middle of banging your girl dog, and like thunder strikes and it fucking just
freaks
goes crazy.
out, or somebody lets a firework off and then she bites your dick off. There's like fireworks going on next door and she freaks out and shits all over the bed and bites your cock and stuff. Like,
oh my god, peas everywhere.
Yeah, like just pissing all over the place. Yeah. Like it's still gonna be kind of hot because she's hot. But
yeah,
like,
she's hot as shit.
You're like, oh shit, she's got so scared
she can't talk. She just kind of like breathes with her mouth open and stares at you.
Now you're stepping into the territory of like a smoking hot, like retarded person.
Ooh, I don't know if we can say that.
Well, yeah, you can. Yeah, you can in this aspect. I mean, I saw something recently where I think it was like an interview or something like this. This like pretty hot girl with Down syndrome, and she was like talking about how much she can't get enough of sex. And you're like, oh no.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You introduced her to this.
Dude.
Like,
oh yeah, man. Like, there's been a lot of fake like OnlyFans page girls that have been using that filter. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
And Joey Swole's all over them. Like, it's pretty funny that he's like chasing them down. But how fucked up is that? That like I don't know if they're trying to like just protect their identity or something. But like, imagine being like, man, I would get more subscribers if I had Downs.
I mean, it's working for Kill Tony.
Yeah, true. It's true. Yeah, is it? Okay. They're just going after that model. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of fine lines there. More power to them if they love friggin' throwing it back. And awesome. And good for them for finding people that are into it.
Well, I mean, they can't be left out.
No, yeah, you can't. Like, they deserve love as well. But,
as long as somebody's treating them good.
Yeah, sure. You can't be mean to them. Yeah.
Like
because they're so sweet.
I knew a girl.
They're like all the sweetest people
that was born with like no legs, and like I've known her for a while, and she, for a long time, was like, even online, was talking about how much she wishes she could find somebody, and then she found like somebody that straight up like
I love
went in and like married her, gave her the big wedding.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think they've been together for like 10 years now.
Awesome. Yeah. Does she just have like probably like mechanical legs? Like
No.
She just don't ever do any of that?
I think she's got a skateboard or. But I mean, that's the thing is like, this gets a little shady when you see a dirt bag like get in there, like Vitali or something that's like, check out my Down syndrome girlfriend. You're like, no, you are bad.
Evil.
He's going to jail, I think.
He's probably going to hell.
Can you see how much jail he got?
Just out of memory, I think it was like 15 or 20.
Damn. Holy shit. Really?
Over there, right?
Yeah. Like they're refusing to deport him until he completes his sentence.
Can you look that up? Because I didn't know that they actually got through it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's what I heard. I'm double checking now.
But I mean, also in the chat, let us know if you were a smoking hot girl for the day, would you not like fucking rock your friends' worlds?
Yeah,
like, I
give
feel
us
like
some creativity.
Yeah,
there.
like I mean, it's like your best bros, dude. Like,
yeah, imagine you're like heading out to the construction site, and all of a sudden you're like, holy fuck, I got a gorgeous ass and a tiny waist.
Yeah.
It's like you're like, just come over here behind the porta potty.
just letting them rail.
Just
lifting your dress up, dude.
There's one thing I never got to do that I always wanted to do. I wanted to do a military chick secretly while deployed.
Oh.
Where you know.
Didn't?
Like out on the.
Oh, you were actually out fighting the war.
Like out on patrol.
No.
You did.
Yeah. But it wasn't the situation that I'm talking about now.
Okay.
As you know, one of our awesome sponsors that we have is Stopbox. And Stopbox is a great way for you to store your firearms or other weaponry safely without any electronics behind it, because it's 100% mechanical. You're not changing batteries, you're not using fingerprints or anything like that. It is merely a series of buttons that you hold down, and it allows you to open up the box in a fast fashion. Also, too, Stopbox is 100% made in the United States, manufactured right here by Americans for Americans. This thing couldn't be more American even if we tried. And right now, they are running an epic promotion for our listeners. Using the code PIE gets you 10% off your first order. But also, there is a 2-pack bundle that saves you over 30% that you can get and still use the code PIE for 10% off that order. So, head on over to StopBoxUSA.com and get yourself a Stopbox for your house, or get yourself 4. And remember, discover a better way to balance security and readiness with Stopbox.
It was I more of a like hiding, just pulling pants down behind something. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Like in a bunker at a mortar attack. Like this could be it.
This could be it.
No.
We should do it. We should fuck really quick.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
All right, so back to this Vitali dude. It looks like he made bail, but then basically just got transferred to the Philippine Bureau of Immigration. So he might not be going to jail, but he's still just in the system somewhere.
No, he's been in the Philippine immigration jail for a month or so. So that's already happened. So they haven't sentenced him yet.
Not looking like it. I mean, this was 3 days ago. It says gets bail but remains detained amid ongoing criminal charges for vulgar pranks.
The thing is the president of the Philippines got involved in that. And dude, anytime the president's getting involved,
Yeah.
you don't.
You're real fucked.
Nobody's giving you any favors. I mean, I don't think Johnny Somali has been sentenced yet, right?
I don't think so. I think they're still
Dude,
trying
what are they
to
taking
add it
so
up.
long?
I think they're still adding shit up.
I saw something from a Tozy like 2 days ago that says now he has a new charge against a child sexual harassment.
Oh God. Over there.
Yeah.
Yikes. Dude.
I didn't get to see what the whole thing was about. Like Johnny Somali is a man. Both of these guys. Like,
Retards, dude. Yeah.
dude, the Philippines should cane the fuck out of Vitali.
Just rock them.
Like,
do the rocks.
Remember
Yeah,
the dude that spray painted things back in the day and that caned his ass? Like, they could be like, hey, you got 20 years in jail, but we're also publicly caning the fuck out of you. That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's fun. Yeah, that's a good.
I'd
time.
watch the shit out of that.
Yeah, they should live stream.
Dude, that would get crazy views.
Yeah.
And the country, the president of the Philippines should just start a Twitch just for that. Of like, hey, we're gonna cane the like. This is such a you back to these shitbag IRL streamers. If like the country of the Philippines is like, okay, so we just created a kick account. We're gonna cane the fuck out of Vitali live on.
But they can't kill him because Joe Rogan's got to do the after caning interview.
Yeah. Oh, dude, you see Liver King losing it,
dude. Yeah, he's going nuts, man. I don't know what's happening. It doesn't like his family hasn't been in a lot of these videos either. Like they're usually there somewhere, and like
I've seen them in a bunch.
Like recently.
No, I haven't got caught up.
That's what I'm saying. Like recently, I've not seen him. He's like been by himself.
Is he just actually going crazy or just grasping for straws content wise?
Dude, I don't know. It could just be a whole ploy because
like he's trying to get attention to the Netflix special.
Well, supposedly the Netflix special is what has made him spiral because he started getting like a lot of backlash from it or something.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't watch it, but he talks about that in some of his little clips. He
started it and it was so gay.
Yeah,
so gay. Like again, like there are very few times when somebody has just completely sucked their own dick so far that you're like
they're eating their own.
I mean,
ass
honestly,
like
I have there's not a shred of respect I have for Liver King. It's like, dude, I hate people that constantly repeat things about warrior culture that have never
done anything
participated in warrior anything.
And
it's like you had 23 years
of good solid war.
Go try this out and actually put yourself to the test. And actually, like I say this all the time, especially girls and everybody that talk to me about, oh, what do you think about your service and things like that. I say this. I'm like, yes, the causes and the things, the reasonings behind things that we were doing at the time, I don't necessarily agree with at all. I go, but if you look at human history, there has never been a century goes by without war. And as a human, I wanted to experience real combat at the forward-most position that I could be, and I got there. So I get to and
technically
I spent
be a warrior.
18 months of my life in combat. So hey, I don't have to play that game of I think I would do well. It's like no,
I did it.
I know how I did. I know how I react under fire. I know what it's like to be in a gunfight. So it's like I'm proud. I like that.
Yeah.
Like
I will say, just for conversation's sake, it is a bit silly giving shit to the people that are like still slick sleeves in the army, because it's like fucking I can't start a war myself.
Yeah, exactly. You can't. Yeah, no, that's just bad leadership.
Like if you spent 10 years while the war was still going on and you somehow didn't get deployed, probably your own fault.
We're gonna talk shit about that. Yeah.
But if you joined in 2021, just wait longer.
I mean, nobody should be giving them shit, but also too.
Oh, social media comments are giving them shit.
But are they bringing it on themselves as well? Like, because if
Not
you
really.
are a slick sleeve.
From what I've seen, it's just like you'll see, I think there's E6s and 7s out there that haven't deployed, which I'm sure is by no fault of their own.
No, you're
but
talking
the comments
about,
are just like, oh, the day I take fucking advice from a slick sleeve, it's like, dude, just stop being weird.
No, you could be an E6 right now and have come in 2021.
Yeah.
Like, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just don't, like, that's the thing. If you carry yourself not trying to, quote, like, combat, like, just stick to what you know and don't.
I mean, there's definitely some creators out there that their entire personality is like old school guns and beards and talking about, like, the Old West, but they live in the rich part of Salt Lake City. Like, what are you talking about?
Just go do it. Yeah, just go do the Old West.
Yeah, but there's also people, too, that try to pretend that the Old West was like 2013. You're like, no, dude, you weren't around for, even then, like for me, I missed the invasions because I came in 03, but I got on the tail end of still offensive pushes. My first one being 2005 in Mosul. It was fucking rad. I had a PJ here yesterday that was actually in the Army in the same unit I was with in Mosul.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's sick.
He was like, oh, shit. He was like, how about that chow hall? I was like, oh, fuck, dude, the pasta bar?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I can reminisce about some Taji chow halls.
You were on Taji?
Taji.
Yeah.
But we were in Balad, Taji, and I don't really consider the third one a deployment because it was Kuwait.
What year were you on Taji?
9 to 11?
Oh, shit.
9/11.
No, that's not right. That is. It was during the surge. So what was that?
Yeah,
like
that was
6
7.
to 9? 7 to 9?
2007. So we were there the same time. I was just out at Callahan. You were on Taji. I came back to Taji to take showers.
Yeah, I stayed on Taji because we ran the internet.
That was one thing. Like, I remember the first, because we didn't get a shower tent until like month 3. And I was growing my hair out because
Yeah.
I'm me.
Yeah.
Breaking every rule I can
Yeah.
with forged documents in my pocket that says I can fucking have beards and shit like that, like I do. But it was so counterproductive because we would sweat all day and there's sand in the air.
Yeah.
So like my hair became like cement.
Oh, yeah.
Because at night it would dry
Yeah.
and harden.
Yeah.
And like it got to this point where like it just hurt.
Yeah.
And like, but again, I'm a young idiot.
Yeah.
It's just like, no, I got to keep my hair.
This is cool.
Yeah.
I look cool.
Even though it hurt
Yeah.
so bad. And like every couple days I would go up and like squirt some hand soap in my hand and like dump a water bottle on my head on the
Yeah.
roof and sit there and like try and scrub my hair.
Yeah.
Like that definitely made it worse.
Get that like
Gunk
cement
out,
out of
yeah.
it. But dude, it just hurt.
Yeah.
And then
But you were cool because other people couldn't do it.
yeah,
Like
exactly.
the Defiance
Yeah.
was cooler than the
Yeah.
hurt.
But then I finally, like, it got so hot because, like, when I got there, Taji, were you there when it was cold as fuck? Like,
Yeah, it
freezing, snowing.
It was snowed when I was there.
Yeah. So you and I were there at the same time. Like,
Yeah.
like, I got so sick, too. Like, I built a fucking homeless shanty, like, at my cop that I slept in. So I had gathered, like, 5 of those pallets.
Yeah.
And I had stapled cardboard to them, and I was putting trash paper
Yeah.
in between the things to like create
Yeah.
insulation. And I built a hut around my cot. And then at night, I would flip one of my radios upside down and turn it on, and the battery box would just get hot.
Yeah.
And then it would heat it up in there, and I could at least get it to like 60.
Yeah.
To where I wasn't just breathing.
Yeah.
30-degree like.
Yeah.
Because I would just get sick
Yeah.
and shit.
Damn, that's crazy. I would just get like a second blanket and keep playing Guitar Hero.
Oh God.
Yeah. A couple of warriors did.
So yeah, I was very resourceful.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't accept I wouldn't accept my fate. I'd be like, oh, I'm uncomfortable. I'm
Yeah.
gonna fix this.
Yeah.
And then they're like, what the you got a house built around your cot? I'm like,
Yeah.
well, you could do it too. Nobody said you couldn't. I
It's
mean,
not against the rules.
There's pallets downstairs. There's 1,000 of them.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like I took the only 4 pallets.
So what was this? Like, where was your cot at? Like, it was just like a big open room or what? Like,
Yeah. So imagine, think of a parking garage.
okay. And you had like a cot that you would lay on in that giant garage.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there was a giant hole in the center of the thing.
Yeah.
That was open.
Oh, shit. Like just a straight up.
Like an atrium.
Yeah.
An atrium.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Like in your house. It's just
Like
like,
you ever seen like it was kind of like an 80s thing where a house would have like a tree growing up
in
in
the
the middle.
garden, like in a garden in the middle of the house. Yeah.
So yeah, so it's like
want that.
It used to be a mall, but it had been completely burned out.
Yeah.
And then that whole centerpiece was just open. So like from from my cot, I could look, and 50 yards away is just this open centerpiece that looks like a parking garage.
Yeah,
because you kind of spiral down and it goes up 7 floors.
Damn.
I always do get a kick out of anytime the National Guard is like deployed domestically. A picture always comes up
It's
of
like,
like,
look at how horrible they. It's like,
bro, it looks like that room has AC. Like, fuck yeah.
I had to put my gas mask on and like scrape 4.5 inches of bird shit off the ground to like make the spot where I put my cot.
Oh, yikes.
I mean, we wore our gas masks in
yeah.
there for an extended period of time too because it was so bad.
Yeah.
And then we had to brick up all the windows with sandbags because they would fire RPGs in all the windows.
Yeah, but God forbid you got to like surf on your cell phone on the floor of a fucking parking garage in Iowa.
Yeah. Oh no, we're in California where the weather is literally perfect all the time. Look at them; they're just sleeping on the ground. Yeah, and dude,
You're telling me I get to camp at night and punch hippies in the day?
no one's throwing grenades in your windows.
Damn.
Dude, what if we?
Threw grenades to somebody's window?
Ooh,
Is that what you were going to say?
I mean that would be.
But like
difficult.
fun grenades. Like they got spaghetti in them.
We would have to.
That's
we
what
would
I'm
have
going
to
to do.
get grenades.
I know. You just gave me a great idea. Those Nerf grenades. I'm going to make one and fill it with SpaghettiOs and throw it through your window.
Where are these Nerf grenades?
You can order them everywhere. Yeah. It's like it's not Nerf. It's the airsoft grenades. Yeah.
All right, let's do that.
Yeah. I'm going to fill it with SpaghettiOs.
No,
and
do
throw
not do that.
Bust your window out with it.
No.
Oh, that's such a cool name.
No, I was
Nerf
gonna
toy
say-
grenade is called a frag ball.
I
This
bet
is gonna be bad.
SpaghettiOs would fit perfect in that shit.
This is gonna be so bad.
More like it's like the things that come out are circles. So it would be like you get like that big old Costco thing of cheese puffs.
Oh yeah. I think they're
So
small.
like something
though.
that size.
Oh wow, cheese puffs. Yeah, that would be pretty.
That'd be fun. You should open your mouth when it
I was
buzzes
gonna
up.
say, what if we put like wheels, like 4 wheels on porta potties, and we had a porta potty race?
They're not full, are they?
Call it shitterbond.
I don't want to do it if they're full. Put an engine in them and everything, like under the toilets, the engine. Open the door.
You're basically building like a bar stool racer, but you have a shed around it.
Actually,
and you can
that
shit.
would be really funny if we put motors in it and it was just like 5 porta potties chasing each other around the track here.
God, you know those are tipped so easy.
Oh, you got to be good.
Yeah, you got to put some seatbelts in these things.
Oh, yeah.
On the toilet. Just seatbelts you to
I'm
the
calling
toilet.
Pastrana right after this. I'm like, we're gonna do porta potty 500.
How far can Jim jump a shitter?
Yeah.
He literally was just saying, hey, if y'all ever need me to jump or do any stunts, just let me know. So there it is.
Who?
Jim.
Who did he say that to?
Me.
I think that's
I was
just
talking to
an
him
open
about the
invitation to
Dixon
world.
stuff.
Oh yeah.
He's like, let me know if y'all need any stunts done. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I think Evan really wants him to jump a minivan.
Yeah.
No, he's done a bunch of minivans. It's got to be something new.
Just give me to jump a fucking, like a double-decker bus.
Dude, that would be fun.
Yeah. Off a cliff.
Oh God. Why don't we go to that Alaska thing where they fucking
Oh, they
launch
launch
those?
them? That would be cool.
I mean, that's.
I'm sure we
this
could get
Friday.
an invite. It's this
yeah,
Friday.
I'm sure we could. Yeah.
I think it's every 4th of July.
Every 4th of July.
Oh
yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
Well, if you know somebody up there, get us an invite.
Yeah, you know somebody.
Get us an
out there.
invite. Come on.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Has anyone ever done those and just like parachuted out? Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say earlier.
No.
Back to the plane guy. What's that called again? The guy with the gun in the plane.
Marshals.
Marshals.
Air Marshal. You think
Marshals.
they ever just have parachutes on under their gear? No. Man, that'd be so sick.
I don't
Dude,
think
there's
you can
no-
open a door in
Yes.
flight.
There's no like the thing about that is the design of a commercial airline.
Yeah, it's to die in.
Well, no, it's you can't. I don't think that there is a door that you could safely get out of
No,
without
you're hitting shit,
something.
yeah.
Going into an engine, hitting a fucking horizontal stabilizer.
Yeah.
Like, dude, every plane that's designed to jump out of,
Yeah.
the door is positioned in a place where you miss.
Yeah, everything.
things.
Yeah.
This thing is not designed for that.
You're
So
stuck
to
in
even
there.
dare to try this, look, you're talking about just getting cut up.
Oh yeah, you're gonna get.
Well,
Well,
also just the way the doors open, they're pushed outward
Yeah.
because of the pressure. Because they got to like pop in, rotate weird, and then push out.
Yeah, that ain't
you're
gonna be.
stuck in there.
I have seen was pretty recently. There was like someone's trying to figure out where you have like an airplane, but in that airplane, all the passengers and I think the pilot sit in a capsule. So if you do have to eject, it basically just like it's like a magazine of people essentially just like flies out the back and parachutes to safety.
It could do that.
That's kind of cool.
Like,
Yeah.
but also too, here's another thing that like is a facade with this whole bringing a parachute on an airliner.
Yeah.
Is like everybody like plays the scenario out as if the plane is just flat and level, and you're gonna open a door and be like, okay, I've got a parachute. Like, whereas like you look at this incident that happened in the 1990s in Russia, you had a Russian flight crew that was flying like almost 300 people.
Yeah.
And the co-pilot went to the bathroom and the pilot let he had his whole family on board.
Yeah.
He let his like 13-year-old and 10-year-old in the front in both seats. And it was on autopilot. Well, the fucking 10-year-old like just grabs the yoke and yanks it to the left. So the plane goes in a full dive and it pins the pilot and
Against
the
the wall,
co-pilot like against the wall. So they cannot, because nobody was in seatbelts.
Yeah.
So they couldn't get back to the controls to fix it. So like, again, like you have a parachute. How are you going to get a door open and then out of a plane when you're like spinning? Like you're dizzy, you're throwing up, people are screaming.
Also, like when you do like a military parachute jump, that plane's traveling at damn near stall speed.
Yeah, pretty close to it. It's
where your average airliner is going like 500 or so. Like, I don't know if that matters so much if it's not static line, but that sounds like it'll fuck you up even just
it'll fuck you up.
Yeah.
Plus, you're going out at 33,000 feet.
Yeah.
There's no oxygen
breathe,
for another fucking, you know, until you get to 14,000 feet to breathe. So it's going to be ice fucking cold. So your hands are going to freeze.
Yeah.
So how are you going to pull your fucking parachute?
You should be built different, dude.
That's your answer? You gotta be built different?
Tom Cruise could probably do it.
Well, so if you're talking about like parachutes and free fall, your average first time jumper with no tunnel time cannot stabilize their body.
No.
Good luck for them to even fucking remember to pull their chute. Like it would have to be
Cypress.
a static line situation.
No, you have a Cypress. Every chute that you buy has the automatic deploy that under 3,000 feet or whatever you set it at.
Oh, okay. Well.
So it fires. That's a possibility, but still, like these are the factors that people are taking in. Number one, your face, your hands, everything's going to freeze because it's going to be so fucking cold.
Yeah.
You can't breathe, so you're going to be passed out or hypoxic.
That might actually be an advantage for some
Yeah,
people.
it could, because now
And
your
it just
body
deploys.
is just like,
you're just flopping.
Yeah,
But
that's
you
why
never
drunks
know,
survive
like-
crashes.
if that Cypress fires while you're upside down and spinning, then the fucking chute just comes out and wraps around you, and here we go.
Hope for
Then
the
you're
best.
just a really fast cocoon.
Yeah. Real nice.
Hell yeah. Well, at least it'd be over quick.
I mean, if you're passed out, it's
You would be passed out.
it's just
Yeah.
sleepy time.
Yeah, and then you
it.
don't wake up. Well, I guess I'm going to sleep.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I got out of the plane and I didn't hit anything great. I can't breathe.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard those stories where like someone's going skydiving, double failure or just whatever happens, but they land in like a marsh and survive, but they've got like 15 fucking broken bones?
There's been a few.
Do you think they're pissed or they're like, God damn? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, how fucked up do you have to be to where you're just like, I would have rather died?
I think there's, well, I mean, I've seen the opposite or like similar, but where like they landed in a field or something and like broke a foot. And you're like, what?
Oh, yeah,
there
like,
was
limped
there
away.
was a there was an 82nd Airborne kid that came to one of Matt's book signings, and he had a full cigarette roll failure. And they showed, the sergeant major came up and showed the video they had under knots. He fell, just straight up, went out of the plane, fell onto Sicily DZ, broke his left foot. How?
Yeah. Good for him, I guess.
Speaking of the broken feet thing, it made me think we saw a trailer for a movie. I think it's called The Walk or something about the walking. It's another Stephen King movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I saw a trailer for it, and it's like you sign up to do this thing where it's like military are with you, and you just have to walk. It's like 20 dudes, and it's like you have to walk forever. And the last person walking wins this money. It's like millions of dollars. And it just like shows them like, walking for days and days. I think they get like an allotted time to stop and rest at like nights or something. But it's like every day, if you go below like 3 miles an hour, they just shoot you. Yeah. Or like if you get like fucked up.
I was going to say that sounds like Delta Selection meets Mr. Beast, but it's called The Long Walk.
The long walk. The preview looked really cool. It was like they were getting into fights with the military because it's like there's like a tank and like Hummers. It's like
so once you sign up,
you're in. And
so you either win or you die.
Yeah, because there's like clips of like some of them try to like give up and run away. That's the tagline.
The task is simple: walk or die.
Yeah, it looked really good. I was like, oh shit! I was like, it showed one guy like his whole leg was like. His foot was like destroyed, like he was walking on the bone, and it was like just goo and bone. Like and he was like trying to keep walking. He started getting
when does this come out?
September 12th.
September, yeah.
Because
it looked really good.
I'm about to talk some mad shit.
Okay.
Do it. You're already fucking talking shit about gifts today. Might as well talk more.
Oh God!
Might as well double down.
Spare me.
Might as well double down.
Oh, it's got the Asian kid from Indiana Jones.
The Accountant 2.
Bad, so bad. Did he do the stupid voice in the first one?
No. Like, he went more retarded.
Oh, no.
So he wasn't
Ben
Christian.
Stiller fucking very specifically warned against doing that.
Yeah.
Don't go. You got the same thing I got. Is that it was like Ben Affleck did not realize who the character was in the first movie. He made it way too retarded. And now it's like, you're like, what the? And then his brother is now like battling self-esteem issues and like things like that. Like they fucked both characters up, by the way. Like Braxton was acting like a bitch in this, where in the first movie, Braxton is like, oh dude, you're bad at like God damn it, they ruined this for me.
Shit.
Even
like,
at the very end, when it's like, they pulled over to fucking rescue a cat.
I didn't make it to the end. I turned it off. I turned it off when they were like fighting cartels. I was like, this movie. Like
So did you get to the point where they got to the kids in the hole?
No.
Okay. Well, spoiler alert, they fucking won. Like you didn't see that coming.
I'll finish it.
But yeah, they wipe out the cartel. The one like dude in charge gets away, and they're basically just trying to kill the kids for some reason. But they find them, kill all of them. But like story over, they're taking the kids back to safety, and they pull over, and he fucking rescues a cat off the side of the road, which is like, oh, cool, everyone likes cats, but what the fuck does this do with the story?
Dude, they like, I mean, the biggest mistake, first off, kudos, they had all the fucking same people from the first one.
Yeah.
We know how hard that is to do.
Yeah.
And then you go out and do some bullshit like this. Like, I'm slating Ben Affleck on this because he made that character stupid as fuck. Whereas the first one, he was smart.
Yeah.
He was one step ahead. He had like the nonverbal cues where he wouldn't look you in the eyes and things like that, but he wasn't stupid.
Yeah.
This one, all he did is he made him talk really like a bunch of facts really fast. Like,
Yeah, he devolved the character.
Yes.
He made it worse.
He made it stupid. Like, I am
That's a disappointment.
personally angry with this because The Accountant is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
And they essentially turned this into hot diarrhea.
Yeah. It's like they weren't going to get a theatrical release, like it was straight to streaming, and they made it worse to match its release. I don't know.
But I mean, if Ben Affleck and John Bergnall, what's his name? Bird
You're
Dog?
close. Yeah, Bird Dog.
Mr. Punisher.
Yeah.
If they would have just kept the characters the same, the movie wouldn't have been bad at all.
No. Like, yeah, a continuation of the story would have been
The thing is he would dance like, all right, the hotel scene when they have the hookers there and they're bringing in their the shitbag, like Braxton acts like Braxton then.
Yeah.
Like he gets fucking alpha with everybody, but then he keeps reverting back to this like self-conscious little shit that you're like, no, that's not who you are. Like you've established these two people, and then Ben Affleck just keeps going, oh, well, 1964, this, you're like, what? Shut the fuck up.
Just listing random facts.
Yeah, that's it. He just, all he would do is he would talk fast. It was like somebody else came in and tried to play Christian's character from the first one and was trying to overact it to meet Ben Affleck's standards.
Yeah, like,
but then Ben Affleck did this himself.
Yeah.
The character in the second movie looks like someone was trying to act based on someone describing the first movie, but they weren't allowed to watch it.
Dude, you should watch it. I want to hear your full opinion.
Have you seen the first one?
Yeah.
It's gonna hurt.
I'll rewatch the first one too. That way I'm like real fresh with it.
Bro, it is like someone fed a fucking grizzly bear like nothing but bad chili. And then that bear shit the chili and they refed the bear the shit chili and then he shit again.
And they played that as a movie.
And then they took that bear shit, that double bear shit, and they put it on a canvas.
Yeah.
And they animated the canvas with AI, and they said, "This is the accountant too."
And it's like I was listening to a Theo Von podcast where Ben Affleck was on it instead of doing like regular publicity. He was just doing like the podcast circuit.
Yeah.
He sounded so proud of it too.
Yeah.
Really?
Like I was excited to watch it after the podcast because it was like fucking cool.
Yeah.
Not cool.
I watched 28 Years Later.
Are the theaters?
It's good, yeah.
There's a big old dong in there.
Yeah, it's good. Huh?
Is that dong big?
Oh, yeah, it's big. Yeah. It doesn't show it a whole lot. And the movie's not at all, excuse me, the movie's not at all what I figured it was going to be. It's very, like a whole different storyline than I had, expected. But it was really good. That guy that played, he was in Red Dragon, and then he was Voldemort. I forget that guy's name.
Yeah,
but he's really, really good in it. His character is awesome. And he has it's really some deep shit that he talks about in it. But it was really, really good. Those giant zombies they call the alphas because like apparently some of the people when they become infected it affects them like steroids and they just grow and get gigantic. Yeah. Like their number one move is they rip people's heads off, and pulls their skeleton, like their spine out with a.
This is shown.
Yeah. He does it like a couple times. I was like, oh, that's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was cool. He does it.
When's this thing come out?
It's out.
Yeah,
on theaters.
Yeah, it's in. Probably give it a few weeks. Yeah.
No, it's in theaters right now.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. It's in theaters, but in streaming, it'll be probably a few weeks. But yeah, I watched it. It was really good. Pretty cool story. Leaves it like room for there to be another one, and that giant dude, they call him Samson in it. He's just like giant ogre zombie with monster cock out. I guess it makes sense now. Like all the zombies are just naked now. Like I guess it's just because
because they don't maintain clothes.
Yeah, they've been alive for fucking 28 years now, so their clothes are all ripped off and falling off. So it makes sense.
That's an interesting detail.
Yeah, it is. And I was like, at first I was like, why are all of them naked? I was like, that makes sense.
There's really not enough budget for costumes.
Yeah,
so we're just gonna have their dicks out.
Yeah, there's a lot of dicks and tits out. It was a good time. It was, just the whole thing was pretty good.
Dude, I have significant rage over accountant.
Yeah, it sucks. But, what I was going to say, at the very end of the movie, it takes this whole super wild turn for like the last 3 minutes and gets extremely goofy, like these Power Ranger characters come out and they're like, what is that type of Scottish or UK? They're like, "Oi, bruv!" It was like
South.
Yeah, it was
Wales,
like a
London.
group of dudes like that. They were all wearing jumpsuits, different colors, and they come out and they're doing karate. They're doing Power Ranger moves. They're doing flips and shit over the zombies, cutting them in half, and there's this whole group. And
they're like fight porn.
Yeah, and the main dudes. Yeah, like the main dude's name. Yeah, like those outfits. The main dude's name is Jimmy, and he's got like gold teeth. He's like, "Oh, we could be some good friends," and then he like just teams up with that little boy. But like the whole very like end of it, you're like, "What the fuck?" Like it gets like completely insane for like 2 minutes.
This is the third one, right?
Yeah, yes, this is the third
So there
one.
was 28
days later,
weeks, and then now
28
years.
months. Yeah, 28 weeks, and then years. Yeah.
I'm going to have to watch them all.
Dude, they're good. I really love. Like they look like shit now. The first two because they were filmed like literally like on iPhones, basically like during that time, like piece of shit cameras.
I thought this current one was filmed on iPhone.
It's filmed not amazing, but it looks way better than the first two. But yeah, those first two look pretty rough. And like if you try to watch it on a normal screen, it's like a square on the screen. Like
That's 4:3.
Yeah. So, but no, yeah, the first one's been on TV a lot lately. I love that movie, and the second one's really good too because they just make the zombies so like insane-o. Like I love it. But yeah, both really good stories, and then this one was held up too. So yeah, I had a good time watching that one. And there was just like every preview that they showed, I was like, whoa, I want to watch that. Whoa, I want to watch that. Like every movie looked good. So I was like, hell yeah. I was like, we got some good movies coming out.
That's good.
Yeah, it's always nice. We got something to look forward to in the movie world.
I'm hoping.
Yeah, not Accountant 2 though, apparently.
No, dude.
Yeah, don't look
fucking
forward to that
burn
one.
that thing.
Yeah, I'll have to watch it. Yeah.
Violated Ben Stiller's rule.
What is his rule? What's his rule?
Never go full retard.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, Ben Stiller's rule. I was thinking you meant Ben Affleck.
No.
Yeah.
No, Ben Affleck doesn't have rules.
Yeah. I think once you become Batman, you don't have to have rules anymore.
He didn't.
I just think he
Batman,
He wasn't. He
Dude.
wasn't. Yeah.
He just must not care.
Yeah.
Like,
I think it's it. Yeah. I think he's just over it.
I want to do another movie.
Are people so bad at playing Batman characters, or did the Christopher Nolan trio
Those were so
just
good.
set it so fucking
I think
high?
they did, man. I think they did because everybody tries to talk about how, like, one of my friends, he loves the Ben Affleck Batman. I was like, man, it was fine. And then the new one, Robert Pattinson, like, I didn't even finish it, man. It was so boring to me.
Yeah, I couldn't get more than 20 minutes into it.
Yeah, it was so boring. And because
But if you look even before the Christopher Nolan ones, like George Clooney was a fucking joke.
yeah, it
not
was
that
like
he was
silly.
bad himself,
Yeah, it was
but the
just
writing
whole-
was trash.
Yeah, the movie was like silly. Like, yeah, it was all like
it
kinda
was a
goofy.
Jim Carrey movie, if nothing else.
Yeah, it was. And but I mean, like they were still likable movies. But no, yeah, I couldn't get into the last two. But they're saying supposedly there's like a lot of talk of that dude that's in the Yellowstone prequels. That one, what's it called? The guy that plays the main hunter guy in that is supposedly in talks to be the next Batman, which I think he would fucking crush.
What the fuck do we have left with Batman? Like how
Dude,
many times?
they just keep redoing it.
how many times
they
are
keep
we
redoing
destroying
it.
the same city?
I mean, they keep doing the same shit with Fantastic
dude.
Four, man.
I don't know the exact details, but the way it works is like a company, so in that case would be DC, owns the rights to
For
a
so
character.
long. Yeah.
And if they don't use it, they lose it.
Yeah.
Like that's why there was so many fucking stupid Spider-Mans one after the other.
Yeah.
Is because like Sony Pictures, I think it was, just had to do something with it.
Yeah.
Or else the rights are up for the highest bidder, whatever it is.
And you know what? Still, Tobey Maguire, that's still my favorite Spider-Man. Like
Number one.
Yeah, he's my favorite Spider-Man. I think Spider-Man 2 was like my favorite Spider-Man with Doc Ock. Like, I love those movies. The third one was silly, not a great Spider-Man movie, but 1 and 2 were awesome.
I don't even
And
think I've watched all of them.
oh man, yeah, 1 and 2 rule with Toby. And yeah, like fucking Fantastic Four, man. They just need to give up on Fantastic Four, dude.
Well, I
like
mean, they did the original one,
and that one was fine.
Yeah,
And,
it was pretty
that one was a
cool.
good one.
And they did it again.
and it was ass.
Now
It
we're
did
doing it
and they're
another
like
one.
doing it again. I think it's already got really bad reviews.
Dude, these people are stupid that make these decisions.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
Let's do another Fantastic Four.
Yeah,
Like, I just,
You know,
it's got to be something where it's like, fuck, we shot it, we spent the money, it's too expensive to do it again.
yeah,
But like The Accountant 2 or any shitty movie you've seen, like you can't tell me that an entire group of executives are like, yep,
this rule.
this is
yeah.
it.
they're f***ing dumb, dude.
Yeah.
They're dumb. I mean, if anybody just went off pure matrices, like data matrices, instead of having fucking 9 Fast and the Furious, why don't we have 9 Top Guns?
Yeah,
Like, oh man, this movie did so well. Do another.
should probably
Man,
do
this
another.
movie
Yeah.
did so well. Do it.
should
You know
probably
what?
do it again.
I'll take 9 Top Guns
Yeah.
instead of 9 Fast and the Furious.
yeah.
I'm actually kind of happy that Top Gun took so long to do a sequel because if they did have a franchise like Fast and the Furious, it would have turned to shit.
Well, not necessarily. If you had good people involved, you could have put out a Top Gun in 2003 that did an Afghanistan depiction of fighter pilots, and then you could continue over the course of the mid 2000s of all mostly air to ground stuff, and it would have been rad as. But we have dumb, stupid executives that don't know how to make entertainment, and we're stuck with a bunch of dog shit because Top Gun 3 is in production right now.
Oh,
no
nice.
clue what the it's going to be about, but all right.
Cool.
I think Tom Cruise owns enough of that franchise to like not let it just be complete dog shit though.
Oh, I'm not worried about 3 being dog shit. It's just you had the opportunity to do some amazing shit between the year 2000 and 2015, and you didn't.
Yeah.
I have a feeling it's some sort of like backroom Hollywood bullshit that prevented it. Like, have you heard about like Kevin Smith and Dogma, how that was like locked away for so many years?
Yeah, they just got it back.
I imagine it was some sort of bullshit like that where Tom Cruise was like, Top Gun could be a sequel. It could be awesome. But something stupid happened.
I mean, they could have done another F-14 based Top Gun and then done a third one during the transition when the F-14 was retired and the F-18 took its spot. Like, that's a cool movie. Like, and especially you have Maverick as a character trying to like fight that or delay it, or he's leading it saying, hey, this is the new airframe that's going to take us to the next level. Like,
yeah, so the general public doesn't care about the airframe so much, but I would like to see the story of, in the second Top Gun, he mentioned that he was a Top Gun instructor, but only lasted a few months.
yeah,
I want to see Maverick get kicked out of instructor.
I bet that's a flashback in 3.
Yeah, I thought that's what I was thinking too. They might do some like prequel shit, like make another Top Gun, but it'll be like in between.
Oh,
they could do that.
Cool,
yeah, they could do
I
that.
actually think that's
they could
probably a
do that.
better prediction
Yeah.
than it continuing.
Yeah, they could definitely do some prequel shit.
If you're looking at a military career, he's definitely at the end of his flight time.
Yeah, he's done after this.
Yeah. So they'll probably
So
do some.
they can't really be like, oh, you're so old and we need to retire you. So one more.
Yeah.
Like that just gets a little. So yeah, they're probably going to go back in time.
Yeah.
If they go further into the future, the only thing that makes sense is he takes over like John Hamm's character.
Yeah.
Like he gets a star now.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. I'll be into that.
All right. Well, it's time for more drinks.
Yeah. All right. Thank you guys for hanging out.